First of all, I want to thank y'all for coming out, number one. Thank y'all. I know our previous mayor, he was quoted as saying that you don't ever want to waste a good crisis. No, he said, don't never let a good crisis go to waste. Right? I know he was very disliked because of how he handled the Laquan McDonald situation and closing all those schools, rightfully so. But I still felt him when he said, you don't want to let a good crisis go to waste. I felt him when he said that. And you know, in this situation, I don't think we should let a good pandemic go to waste. I don't know if it's a good pandemic, but we can't let it go to waste. I can only assume that Rahm's comments were based upon, you know, they were driven by his perspective. Like when some people saw a crisis, he saw opportunity, right? And so, quick story real quick. So there's two political candidates running for office right now in Chicago. You know, they're in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic. The first candidate looks outside, he says, dang, he said, Chicago messed up. He said, man, the schools is closed down, the restaurants is closed down, right? He says, there's a mandate on public gatherings for more than 10 people. With all this stuff going on, they can't expect me to go outside and campaign and shake hands, so he stays home. Look, there's another candidate running for the same office in the midst of this pandemic. He look outside, he says, dang, man, Chicago messed up. The schools is closed down, the restaurants is closed down. Hey, there's a mandate on public gatherings of more than 10 people. He said, with all this stuff going on, what a great day to go outside and make a difference. Almost everybody gonna be home, especially my competition, right? See, this is about how you look at things and your perspective on how things work out, right? I think there's a prayer in a pandemic, just like there's an opportunity in every crisis. Our opportunity right now is for us as a city to come together and make sure people have what they need to stay healthy, right? The only way that can happen is we change and we come together, right? Things ain't never gonna change for us in Chicago until we change. Things don't ever get better for you until you get better. That's just how it works out, right? Things don't get better, and I'm not talking about getting better from this disease of coronavirus. I'm talking about getting better from this disease of attitude that we have that's infecting our city and our country right now, right? We got to get better from this plague of hopelessness that's polluting our streets, right? So where some people see a pandemic, what I've been seeing is an opportunity for us to transform, right? Let's emerge from being the most segregated city in the country to being the most interconnected city in the world. Look around you right now, people from all over, right? Come on, I'm so tired of hearing Chicago is the most segregated city. They've been saying that since the 60s, right? And now with this new disease out, it's a new term. They're calling it social distancing, right? It's like when you stand 6 feet apart, avoid public spaces, right? It's a different term, but the same result. You're still talking about separation. You're still talking about a breakdown of communication. You're still talking about trepidation and isolation. It's the same term, it's a different result. You feel me? And so this is what I'm thinking about this. I'm okay with the necessary social distancing, but this is the unnecessary stuff that's pissing me off. Like social distancing is when some people they'll send their kids to school in Mount Greenwood, and then you got the all-white teachers, the all-white students, the all-white police department, you got the all-white neighbor. That's that unnecessary social distancing that I'm talking about. Like the social distancing is when, when your business in Chicago, when you hire, over the last 6 months, y'all hire 45 people, ain't nobody a person of color. That's that unnecessary social distancing, right? Don't kid yourself. This social distancing is big business in this country. Look, hey, the value of our homes are tied to how much distance you are between people of color. That's that unnecessary, the business of social distancing has created these big food halls in Chicago, in the Fulton Market in the West Loop. That's anything but inclusive. That's not community, right? This is like social distancing is what's going on in Chinatown right now. Y'all know what's going on? People are avoiding Chinatown. They're avoiding Argyle. They're avoiding the Asian markets. These big box stores, they out of soap. Well, why not get the jasmine soap? Why not get we got the ginseng soap, the sandalwood, that worked just fine, but people scared to go to Asian markets right now. That's social distancing. That's crazy, right? That's a business of listen y'all, it's times right now where people gonna start leading from misinformation, disinformation, xenophobia, racial discrimination. That's crazy. Like people don't know how to think when they're under stress. That's my problem, they don't know how to think, right? I heard that, look, people are mad that people are they're mad that they're buying up all the toilet paper and buying up all the hand sanitizer. Well, hey, maybe the store owners, maybe they should put the locks on the hand sanitizer like they do on the cough syrup in the hood, right? Like people, maybe they should chain the hand sanitizer down like they do the ink pens in the currency exchange. It's not regular. They should. Listen, yo, hey, people are mad they can't go to their favorite restaurant right now. You can't go to your favorite restaurant, they can't. Maybe now you know what it's like. Maybe now you know what it's like to actually have to order your food through a bulletproof glass window. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, this is crazy in the city right now. People are mad, like they stressed out because all the gunfire, people dying. That's how our students feel every day. If I ask my students on any given day, what you do for your birthday? I ain't do nothing, man. I was in the house, I'm trying to stay out the way. Well, what you do for Christmas? Oh man, I ain't do nothing. I was in the house. I'm trying to stay out the way. Well, what you do for New Year's? Oh, I ain't do nothing. I was in the house. I was trying to stay out the way. Kids been trying to stay out the way of danger their whole life. Now you know what it feels like to live under the specter of death. Now people know what it feels like to carry a burden of stress around like a backpack all day. This is what my kids got to live with every day. It's new to people. People packing up their refrigerators like they're preparing for the apocalypse. They don't know when this stuff gonna end. Yo, my students ain't never knew where their next meal is coming from, right? There's like 8,000 deaths in the nation right now. This is a pandemic. Listen, it's thousands of deaths every year in Chicago. Just look, I was bringing one of these care packets to a senior the other day, and there was a drive-by shooting across the street while I was on the steps delivering the care packet. 12 shots just rang out. I'm like, man, here we are worrying about breathing in coronavirus and people spraying out hate on the streets. I said, Lord, what you trying to tell me right now? I said, okay, I'm gonna keep on washing my hands, and not touching my face, and I'm gonna cover my mouth when I got a cough. But I just hope like somebody can stop washing away the resources in my neighborhood. Why do I have to build up immunity to gunshots and community violence? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Listen, we can't vote our way out of this one either. Hey, y'all just voted the other day. Did y'all feel like y'all made a difference? Y'all feel like y'all made a difference? That's interesting, right? They say, oh, we're gonna close down the public schools, the NCAA tournament shut down, the NBA shut down. Oh, but by the way, go vote. Oh, by the way, go out and vote. See, listen, coronavirus don't care if you're from 79th and Cottage Grove. It don't care if you're from Uptown or if you're from Roseland. Coronavirus it's not something that's reserved for poor people or rich people. This is something that's going to affect us all. And the only way we can get through it is we get through it together, y'all. This is something we need businesses to come together, nonprofits to come together, and people to come together. They say we're the most segregated city in the country. That pisses me off. There's a prayer in this pandemic. There's a prayer in this pandemic, and there's an opportunity in every crisis. And our opportunity is for us to come together and show the world that we're going to be the most interconnected city in this country, right? So first, thank y'all for coming out. Listen, I want to thank y'all for coming out. Y'all ain't have to be here today. Everybody got something to do, and I appreciate that, man. So I just want to say thank you for coming out. We're gonna give y'all some boxes right now. We know my block, my hood, my city. Listen, if it's a snowstorm, we shoveling for seniors. If it's a heat wave, we passing out waters and pads. This is something we've always done. With coronavirus, we know that seniors are going to be the most at risk, so we want to help them now rather than wait. So we had hundreds of volunteers supposed to come out today. We had to cancel our event because y'all are the most important people to us. So please, make sure y'all wearing y'all gloves, make sure y'all practicing necessary social distancing, and I know unnecessary stuff. And I challenge y'all, while y'all got this time off from work and got the time off from school, step outside your comfort zone and explore Chicago, right? Jump on a red line and go somewhere. Look up from your cell phone and see what you can learn from people and the sites around you. Go grab a bite to eat in somewhere you've never been to before. This is Chicago, man. That's how us saying we're the most segregated city. So thank y'all for coming out.